Okay.
This is right in the way.
Yeah. Why is that? Can you lift that up for me? Bend it up higher. Yeah. Normally that's not in the way. So
That better? Not too low for me.
that's okay. Just tilt it lower because I moved this over. Sorry, guys. Technical issues here. See how it's fuzzy at the bottom?
Yeah.
You need to just kind of push it forward a little bit at the bottom, but not off the rim.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, lost it.
Without shutting it off. Flip it up.
I don't know how to start yours.
And the code. And there we go. Okay. Jeez. We'll forget about the gray rim at the bottom now. I'll hold things up higher because otherwise he's gonna lose you guys again. Okay, well, apparently, hopefully your Wednesday is going better. Mine was good up until recently. So welcome everybody. I'm Cindy Daychuk with Queen Bee Creations. This is a little awkward talking on an angle, but hey, whether YouTube, Facebook, I appreciate you being here. So this is What's New Wednesday, where we talk about whatever's new happening in the shop, keep you guys updated on everything. When we talk about products being added, everything can be found on the website, queenbeecreationshome.com. And there is a new this week tab at the top that you can always hit to be able to find things faster, but feel free to just kind of scroll around. So kind of to top things off here, first and foremost, just wanted to remind people that we do have 3 classes scheduled for November. It's coming up very quick. I know it doesn't feel like it, but the first one, which is alcohol ink ornaments with glitter, typically any of the alcohol ink Christmas ornament classes sell out pretty fast. It's one of those things where I have lots of space and then somebody comes with 6 friends and takes all of them. So if it's something that you're considering, then check that one out. It's the first one up. The next one is the 9th. So the first one, the alcohol ink, must be around the 2nd sometime. So details are on the website under classes. But the second one, we are going to be making some super cute little Christmas ornaments. So some trees and wreaths and Christmas balls. And we're going to be doing that out of shrunken sweaters. I know, they're so cute. They're so much fun and so easy to make. So feel free to kind of jump in on that one. And then the last one, and both of those two are, I'm going to say child friendly, obviously age appropriate. Don't for either of them think that 6 years old is going to do it. But my granddaughter, so 10, I would say maybe 10 and up, could manage both of those, and their attention span would hang in to be able to finish them. So you'd be okay. But again, I request, I am not, I'm still running the store when I'm teaching things. So I do request that you accompany your child, unless again, they're, we're getting into the 14, 15, 16 range and they're fine on their own. But just your discretion, your child. The last one I don't think is as kid friendly, or certainly not to a younger age, because we will be using box cutters and we will be using hot glue, but that one is to be making a number of different cork ornaments. So if you've seen the last 2 videos that I've done on them, that gives you a good idea of some of the things that we'll be making and giving you instruction on how to be able to put them together. So that one's coming up toward the end of November. And then we go on a no classes for the month hiatus through probably December and January, I think. So we'll have a couple of months off of classes before we start up again. So videos this week. Videos this week. Monday's video was, every so often I like to put in a video where it is showing you upcycles and things that you can do to your home decor, or even things that you can do to flip things, doing thrift flips for booths and markets that require nothing but paint. So paint is kind of this magical element, and it can really transform things. So I did 3 projects for you. Mostly it was born out of, I had one project which was a big mirror that has already gone to its new home, so it's being hung and enjoyed. But that one had to be completely flipped. It was kind of a brushed silvery bronze color, with some black detailing, and it got flipped to be a deep charcoal with silver. But again, completely different look for it just by switching out the paint color. So if you change the colors in your bathroom, your mirror is likely the perfect size. You don't need to switch the mirror. You just need to be able to paint it out. This little guy was beautiful. I mean, I got it originally just because, if you're thrifting and you find something that has this many lovely hooks on it, you buy it, even if it means you're taking the hooks off and using them for a different project. But this one was kind of just a cream colored board. So it kind of fit in with the little porcelain knobs here. You had the antique bronze hooks, but everything kind of blended in together. So we did painted it out with a bit of a custom blue green color. We dry brushed some cream on it, and we're done. We used an all-in-one paint to be able to do that. So, quick turnaround, lovely. Now everything stands out a little bit more, definitely looks spiffed up. It's in the store now for $15. And then the third one, I think, was the biggest transformation, because I had thrifted a lamp which had a milk glass center. So it had a globe kind of at the center with hobnail raised patterning on it. But the base was kind of a pitted brass. It had metallic elements in both gold and silver. It had turned wood elements. It just looked like a real mishmash. So we painted all of those elements in French eggshell by Fusion, and it just brought everything together. It looks more unified. And then the only shade that I had was the dark caramel, which wouldn't work for this. So we painted the shade out. We painted the shade in white to complement this. Painted out the finial in the same French eggshell. And now it is a super cute piece. You can do the same kind of transformation with lamps in your home. Very often, you've got lamps that are perfect size and perfect shape for your space. But when you change out the color of the rugs or of the chairs or the couch, all of a sudden now the color of these doesn't work. But to simply pitch them and then replace them can cost a lot. It's incredible how much lighting can cost you. But if you have the right lighting already, you could just paint them. So the transformative kind of use of paint, that lamp, by the way, is in the shop for $27. But it, that video was all about just transforming things with nothing but paint. You don't need fancy waxes. You don't need fancy top coats or glazes or aging powders. Just paint, and you can completely transform and update a lot of your existing home decor items. Today's video, my samples of these that I did in the video, I actually left at my mom's place. I went down Monday to teach her how to do this, but my brother was still visiting, so I visited with him, and I'm going to teach her Monday. But these are some other samples of these little paper Christmas trees. It's all about just folding the paper. And I had found one of these, taken it apart to be able to determine how to make it, and then showed you. So as I kind of MacGyvered my way through it, we learned how to do them. I love these. I think, with a little bit of a string on them, they're super cute on a Christmas tree. You can do them in any kind of color or pattern that you want, even contrasting colors. I think they're super cute to add to the top of any present decoration that you're doing. But bear in mind too, you can do these any size. So imagine this done much bigger and then stuck down into a little mini clay pot with some moss around the base of it. And you can create all this little potted forest in all kinds of different colors and patterns and sizes. So it lends itself to be scaled up. You probably don't want to get much smaller than this. The folding becomes a little tedious at that point, but going this size and up, super, super easy and fast, and my warning, a little addictive. Friday's video, we're playing with the new IOD tapers molds. And I don't have samples to show you because we ate them. So you're going to have to tune in Friday to be able to check them out on the video, because I don't have examples to show you anymore. But I will say this.
Syed.
Okay.
Syed Maddie said hell. And then she typed in hello.
Okay. Missed a letter. Hi. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. So anyway, check that out Friday, because it just gives you an idea of some different things that you could be doing with your molds, and they were quite delicious. So there you go. The other big announcement before we jump into the new products is starting Monday. So you guys get to hear it first. It has not been posted on Facebook yet. And the email, if you're on my mailing list, goes out Saturday. So if you want to get onto the mailing list, you can do that from the front page of the home page, queenbeecreationshome.com, just down to the bottom. It's got a, keep in touch. I send out one notice a month, maybe once a year. It's two, because there's so much happening, but it's not articles. It's just announcing sales, in particular, getting everybody a heads up on the sales and classes and those kinds of things. So it's just a quick informational sheet. And I'm not bombarding your mailbox more than once, twice a month tops. So you're not going to get 1,000,001 emails from me. But the big announcement tonight is that Fusion mineral paint and products goes on sale, 20% off sale starting Monday. It will go from Monday through to the Saturday, which I think is maybe the 21st. So end of day, Saturday it ends. So it starts 12:01 Monday, goes through to 11:59 on Saturday. So 20% off. That's the last big product sale of the year. There'll be a Black Friday sale, but that's the end of November. And then that would be it through to the new year. So those of you that have been lying in wait for some Fusion, it will be on sale. And that will be inclusive of the new colors that are out too. So those will be on sale just the same as every other product. Okay, let's get into the new stuff. So we're kind of on a cusp of, I'm still hanging in with fall in the shop, but I'm having to start to break into some Christmas stuff because it's backing up. So the new Christmas finds this week, I decided to just start listing. And so the first one I'm going to show, because it's kind of big, is this big decorative tree. So you have
Tony Daly Heiston.
Oh, there we go.
Our paintbrushes on sale.
Anything Fusion is not any of the other paintbrushes, so not the DIY or anything like that. So I think the Fusion ones are in there. There's only one or two Fusion ones, so not the not the Dutch brushes, the
Klingon.
Klingon. I'm going, the name that's escaping me right now. Not the Klingon or the DIY brushes. So this guy, so beautiful decorative tree. Certainly you can hang ornaments from it. What's nice about this is just the clean lines, right? You've got the wooden balls in graduated sizes. You've got the star on the top. And it can be positioned like this if you want to hang ornaments so they don't bump into one another. But you can also turn this so that this is just flat to the wall and just have it as like a decorative tree if you would prefer. So that it just becomes a decor item as opposed to something that you're hanging ornaments from. Your choice. So nice, nice. It looks pretty much brand new, actually. So $26 for that. We also have this big handcrafted, it's signed with kind of a swirly thing on the back. So technically it's signed by the artist, but I don't know what the heck it says. But just a beautiful kind of oblong platter in kind of a cream white color with just a little bit of that rough and pitted blue glazing in the center, which is just kind of a cool accent piece for it. So $21 for this. Perfect for if you were doing like a garlic baguette, would fit perfectly on here. But salmon would fit on this. So if you're doing a big piece of fish, but equally good for serving appetizers and crackers and all that kind of stuff. So a very versatile piece. This is a Gantz piece. So this is Casabella by Gantz. It is kind of a winter scene. So you can see on this side, we start with the snowman. It's got all kinds of little fir trees and snowballs, snowflakes, and just wraps right around the entire body of this. So just super cute in a really understated way. So, you know, tucking in a little potted poinsettia for the holidays would be cute, or creating an arrangement with some fir branches and some pine cones would be equally lovely. So $13 for that. I mean, you could certainly just use it as a picture as well. I mean, I just look at, if I've got a picture, I want to also use it for decor and then ditch the decor when I need the picture. I mean, whatever it happens. Did I say it was 13? Okay. Well, just saying it again. Okay, there's something sticky on that table right in front of me. And I'm betting that I was just doing resin today, so it's probably resin that's not going to cure because it was just part A or part B on its own. Okay, that's better before I start dragging things through it. Next up, we have this big honkin' heavy urn. So big kind of urn, lots of bisque fired, so unglazed sections. The glazing in this light taupey color is deliberately crackled, and it's $18.50, and it is quite substantial. So it's quite heavy. It does have pads on, felt pads on the bottom to avoid it kind of dinging or scratching any surface that it's on. But just a nice decor piece, perfect up on a mantle or tucked on top of a credenza or something. Now, I do have a couple of things that are pretty special. So these mugs, so I have a set of 6 of these. These are Fitz and Floyd mugs in the, I think it's garden greens pattern. So just a nice, lovely pattern. It fades toward the bottom. These on replacements.com, no, sorry, on eBay, I think. Yeah, I found one of these mugs on eBay. One of these mugs selling for $45, which is crazy. I'm selling all 6 for $45. So just a nice, lovely, large mug, Fitz and Floyd, very desirable. It's part of their classic choices line, and they're a nice, decent size mug. We know I don't like little petite mugs for my stuff. So set of 6 of those for 45 as opposed to 45 for one. I mean, you could pay 45 for one, but that's just silly. I have 2 little glass handmade paperweights here. Now, let's kind of talk paperweights. This one, which has a bloomed floral in it. You can see this. Really quite lovely, very well done. I'm selling it for 11 because there's like one little ding. Like you can see it's got the little circle, which means somebody dropped that. So it hasn't chipped, but it has circle ding mark on it. So because it's got a couple of those little dings, I'm selling it for 11. However, it doesn't detract from how lovely it is. And if you enjoy paperweights, if you're looking to add, this one's really quite detailed. It's got scalloped edges on the florals. So great glass work on this one. This little paperweight is actually signed and named. So they've inscribed it. I think they called it Northern Lights. It's kind of this purple swirl. Now I will say this about it. So I'm selling this one for 9. It's a lovely piece, but it's not a perfect circle. So they didn't shape it absolutely perfectly. Perfect sphere, not quite a perfect circle. And the ponytail mark on the back is rough. It hasn't been flattened. It hasn't been polished. And, you know, if you were talking about Murano glass, that's one of the things that you would look for with Murano is a highly polished flat base. This base is flat. It's been polished, but it hasn't been super high gloss polished. It's still kind of a flat rough. Well, not rough, but it's like a matte finish. So it hasn't been highly polished. So I would say this is probably a Chinese glass piece. This was obviously, she's very proud of it. I put her name in the description, but she didn't finish her work as well. So it has got a little bit of a rough base, but still lovely from a Northern Lights perspective. You can see the swirl. And if you're just starting out collecting, $9 is an awesome price for that. The ponytail mark, when we talk about that, when you talk about things that are handmade glass, these are made on the end of a glass rod. So they're melting the glass into a big puddle. These other elements are kind of inserted in there, but ultimately they're building it on the end of a glass rod, and the ponytail mark is where that glass rod was attached to it. Usually what happens is that they will attach another glass rod in a temporary fix. So it's very tenuous actually on this end. So then they can detach the big working rod off this end, flatten this, smooth this, all using a very tenuous little attachment here. And then they can pop that off and they can just torch that little mark out, finish that off nicely. But, you know, different stages of skill level shown in that, but both of them for what they are an awesome price even then. This is a little black soapstone carving of owlets. Owlets, is that what baby owls are called? Owlets. That's what I'm calling them. Little baby owls. And so this is $8. This one, I saw the soapstone on Etsy for $16. I saw it on eBay for $27. It is from the Wolf Sculptures company here in Canada. So these are hand carved little soapstone pieces. This one, $8. Awesome price for that little guy. I'm going to be showing some other Jim Shores, but they are Christmas. This cat is not. So Jim Shore is typically very collectible. It's from Heartwood Creek. He does these figurines that have almost like these quilted patterns to them. This cat is in, the other Jim Shores I'm going to show you are pretty much in pristine shape. This one is showing its age. So it's got a little bit of discoloration. The whiskers are a little bit twisted, but I've got, this is from 2003, and it is $8 for the price, which is an awesome price for Jim Shore because these tend to be highly collectible, but it's indicative of the shape that it's in. It's still cute, but it shows its age with the normal kind of darkened aged areas in some of the coloring on it, which is just very typical. This is a smoked glass apple candy dish. So just lovely, very simplistic in its design. I love the fact that the stem on it is white, so clear. So it's not smoked. The rest is no chips, no cracks for $7.50. Let's talk the red dishes. So this is a set of Oneida chili red culinaria stoneware dishes. So there are 8 dinner plates, 8 luncheon or salad plates, and 8 bowls. So these are on replacements.com. And when you add up the price that they're charging for 8 bowls, 8 luncheon plates, and 8 dinner plates, comes to $688. So I am selling all of them for $125. They're in great condition, usually with anything that you would consider used. You have a lot of maybe knife marks on them. There are none. So they're in great shape. They're very reminiscent of the chili red Fiesta ware, just not quite as thick or chunky looking, but perfect going into the holiday season, which is why I'm offering them now. And I don't usually do dinnerware, you know, like I might do vintage plate or 2 here and there, maybe a pair. I don't typically do like full sets of things. I just happened to come across this. I love the color, and I know how good the quality of this stoneware is. So just expect, if you are having this shipped, it is really heavy. That many stoneware pieces is really heavy. So it will probably end up coming in 2 boxes, and it's going to be a thing. Still, even with the shipping price, still a major deal. Now, these guys are really pretty cool. So 2 cups, 2 saucers in this pattern. It's the Clematis pattern by Theodore Haviland of Limoges. The gold is in great shape on these teacups. It is showing little to zero wear, so it is in awesome shape. They are all stamped on the bottom. These, if you know your teacups and things, and you know that Haviland is collectible, Limoges is collectible of France. And so the 2 of these, what am I selling? I'm doing the set of 2 for $18. One of these, 1 teacup and saucer probably would go in the $50 to $75 range. So a good deal on those 2 little guys. Now, let me just get this big platter, because then I can do the things that were stuffed into the big platter. I get that it's not summer. I get that this is a little more summery, But you know what? I come across these things when I come across them. And I loved this one. This is from Clay Art. Um, and this is called Bumbles. So you've got the big bumblebees, you've got a couple of ladybugs, a couple of dragonflies in there. It's just a lovely, nice scooped platter, lovely size. If you were doing a big family night spaghetti, it would all fit in this, but equally so, virtually anything that you're serving is just cute. It is so cute. So $19. $19 for Bumbles. And again, no chips or cracks on this. It's an awesome shape. The other Jim Shores that I have, which are highly desirable, are the angels. People will collect either the angel line or the Santa's line like nothing else. There's tons of other pieces of Jim Shore, but these have got to be some of the most popular. This particular angel is from 2004, and this is the New Beginning angel. She is in excellent condition, and she typically goes anywhere from $45 to about $95. And I lost her price tag. I'm thinking, I don't know, I can't remember how much she is. $18. So she's $18 in the shop. She started off with a price tag. Sometimes I just lose them on the table. They just fall off somewhere. So $18, still an awesome deal. Way better than paying $95 and in great shape. But you can see all the hand painted detail that goes into these, right? And definitely you'll always have patterning like this that is really reminiscent of, like a quilted fabric or edging. Now, the other thing that I've gotten, and this was just kind of a weird coincidence, was Jim Shore came out with a line of mini angels. They're 5 inches as opposed to the big, tall 9-inch ones. And he came out with a set called 4 Seasons. And I happen to have all 4 of them. They are all in great shape, but I didn't get them all at the same time. So I was going to just be listing the one that I had, and then, I have 2. And it just turned out that I happened to end up with 4, and they are all the different seasons. And it was just totally coincidental. So I do have, let me look at you. You're here. Okay. So I have spring. So cute. Quilted skirt and all the hand painting on her. So each of these is $9.50. I'm selling, so they've got the listing together in case you wanted to be able to buy the whole set for yourself. They're $9.50 each, so you can, in the drop-down menu, pick whichever one you want. So spring, and then summer. So we're getting into the stronger floral colors on this one. Then fall, which obviously is going to be the fall colors and the cornucopia, all the fruits and vegetables that she's holding. And then winter with those softer ice blue and creams and holding that fir tree. So again, each is $9.50, but I have the whole set, which is kind of incredible and really sort of coincidental. I would have expected to have found maybe doubles, and I haven't found Jim Shore in the past 2 years. It's just, people hang on to them. People don't get rid of them typically. So it's highly unusual. And then for me to, in different spots, end up finding 4 of them, and each of them just one of the different seasons that I was missing, was pretty crazy. It's kind of a fun coincidence. So if you have 3 and you're missing 1, I've got the one that you're missing. Or if you just love all of them, then you've got the full season right out the get-go. Okay, that's it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you, as always, joining me on a Wednesday night or whenever you're able to catch this afterward, but as well for all those of you that are helping support me by watching the YouTube channel, hopefully getting some ideas from it beyond just helping me out. That's the win-win in this relationship. Don't forget the Fusion sale, and don't forget to check out the classes and lock in your spot before they're gone. Um, I'm not going to be able to fit more in. So if you missed it, sorry. Sorry. I'm just apologizing up front now. Looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Until then, take care.